Hey everyone, quick disclaimer before we start the video. The last video that came out on my channel was the summer recap video, and now it is almost summer here in Italy, so sorry about that. I have to say this is my last year of high school. In a month I am doing my final exam ever for high school, and then go to university where I'll have probably a lot more freedom to go out in the wild and make observations, take photos, make videos, which will be amazing. But in the meantime, I have tried very hard to make this video for the Mexico trip, so I hope you enjoy. Hello everyone, this is Maiorwildlife, and today we are in Paris International Airport for a very special thing. I am currently in France, and that's because we have to wait 6 hours before getting a plane to Cancun, Mexico. So why am I going to Mexico? And it is for a very cool project called the MUN, which is a Model United Nations, which is a simulation of the United Nations with all the rules, procedures of an actual United Nations committee. And there's a lot of committees. I did this simulation in Rome, in Copenhagen, and now in Cancun. And of course there's going to be a couple of days or even more where we're just going to go to the various archeological sites and natural sites like Chichen Itza, Tulum and the Isla Mujeres. So that's going to be really interesting. Let's hope for the best species I can get to see. I'm incredibly excited, as like half of the species I put in the wish list from a couple of months ago, or not even species, genres and groups of animals like pelicans, ibises, spoonbills, and just a ton of animals, also mammals and reptiles are going to be there, so let's hope. I don't think I need to say that the journey on the plane was long and tiring. So when we finally landed after 14 hours, I just ate and collapsed on the bed. Now, we were hosted by some amazing people that participated themselves in the conference, and everyone was extremely kind. I loved the people I met there. The first day we were already off on the road to one of the 7 wonders of the world, Chichen Itza. But of course, while on the road I couldn't give up on the opportunity to register my first observations. Before getting on the bus, I took my first photos of the trip. 3 lifers, being the tropical mockingbird, the ruddy ground dove, the tropical kingbird, and one familiar face, the Eurasian ground dove? Yeah. While on the road, I placed myself with the camera at the window to try and see as many animals as possible, and before I knew it, right after exiting the city, I saw my first vultures ever. Actually, not only I saw my first vulture, but I managed to see all 3 species of the new vultures found in Yucatan, at least. The black vulture, the turkey vulture, and the lesser yellow-headed vulture, which is the rarest one in Yucatan. Basically, electric poles and stations were full of these birds at times when we passed. Other species I got to see were the bronze cowbird and the gray-tailed grackle, probably the bird I saw the most in the whole trip. Good morning, everyone. We are here in Chichen Itza, and the way here was full of vultures, black vultures, turkey vultures, and also oriole nests, tons of these pending nests that were around, and now we're here. I'm not going to record much, I'm just going to take photos and listen to the thing. After arriving in Chichen Itza, I immediately noticed some oriole nests and these butterflies that blended perfectly with the tree bark. Also, there was a black vulture on top of the pyramid. We did a very interesting guided tour of the archaeological site, seeing the pyramid, and also the Juego de Pelota, the Temple of Warriors, and we were told a lot about Mayan culture and history overall. After some hours of visit, we were off to our second destination of the day, the Iqtquil Cenote. I don't have much to say about the Cenote right now, apart from that we swam in it. Then we just ate, rested, and went right back on the road to the last place of the day, Valladolid. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. We didn't stay much, unfortunately. Other species I managed to see during the day were the groove-billed ani, the melodious blackbird, the black catbird, the social flycatcher, the white-winged dove, and the golden-fronted woodpecker. Most of the people I traveled with sent some videos or photos of animals they saw while either back home or when we weren't all in group, and one of them sent a video of a tarantula in front of her house, while another guy sent videos of coatis, Yucatan coatis in the middle of the road. That was pretty cool, yeah. The second day was much less tiring, as we basically just visited the Maya Museum and its ruins, which were very interesting, but everything was written in Spanish, so I didn't really understand much of it. And then we went to the beach and to eat. I didn't bring my camera around because I just thought I wouldn't see much around. I was wrong. This was the day I started seeing more black spiny-tailed iguanas. This one was eating a rat, frigate birds, pelicans, and so much more. I did get some footage of a white ibis though, and that was amazing, and spotted several huge termite mounds and beehives, and a olive-throated parakeet. After that rest day, we were off to probably my favorite archaeological site we visited, Coba. While on the road, of course, I had my trusted camera with me, and I managed to spot a large amount of vultures and grackles, and also unfortunately 2 roadkills, a boa constrictor and a agouti. After arriving in Coba, I immediately realized that vultures were extremely plentiful, as I managed to get some of the best photos of the turkey vultures here. You'll see in just a bit what I'm talking about. After looking around a souvenir shop, we spotted a tree frog in the funniest place possible, under a sombrero. Continuing our trip, we arrived to various pyramid ruins, and on top of most of these, there were turkey vultures. These ones were fighting for space, basically. Butterflies and insects were very present here, but the only arthropods I got pictures from were these spiders right here. We had to take bikes around because of the sheer size of the site, and while taking them, we spotted a ocellated turkey, a species of turkey listed as near threatened on the IUCN Red List. Inside the jungle, I continued to spot loads of small birds, some being the white-eyed vireo and the summer tanager. After finishing the visit, we headed to a nearby cenote, but this time it was fully closed up like a cave, which was interesting. Leaving the area, I spotted the last 3 species of the day, being the great blue heron, the pied-billed grebe, and a family of jacanas. While the day was over, I still went out on most evenings to hang out, and that evening I spotted my first raccoon of my life. I was so excited to finally see a raccoon, and also pretty up close at that. From day 4 to day 6, we spent most of our days working and participating in the conference. I'm not going to talk more about that since this is still a nature channel, so I'll be briefly going through the new species I saw. The great kiskadee, the brown anole, the Yucatan squirrel, and a very up-close tarantula. After the end of the conference, I came back home very late in the night, and while walking, I was surprised to see 2 more raccoons, this time ravaging the trash, but I was still so happy to see them nonetheless. So it's 2 a.m. and there's raccoons outside my house. Nice. Day 7 was the day I was looking forward to the most, Isla Mujeres. Before going to Mexico, I of course checked what species I would be finding there, and one of those species was the brown pelican, my favorite bird species alongside the bearded vulture, and the highest on my wish list as of Mexico. The part of this day I didn't really expect, though, was located not on land, as we went snorkeling in between of Cancun and Isla Mujeres. We didn't see many species at first, but after a closer look, I managed to spot several species between parrotfish, angelfish, grunts, and much more. One species we were set to look for were the great barracudas, but there were no signs of them around. After arriving on the island, we left basically everything on the boat, so neither phone nor camera for the most part, and after not long, I spotted my first ever osprey. It was fishing near us, basically. One thing I really didn't imagine happening was inadvertently swimming alongside some houndfish, a species of needlefish, which was kinda scary too, not gonna lie. After a bit, we got back on the boat and actually went walking on the main street of the island and then to eat. We basically stayed till evening. This was the day I finally started taking the photos I was hoping for. Firstly, of the magnificent frigate birds, then the iguanas, and even the laughing gulls, and a royal tern, which was unexpected. But most importantly, the one, the only, brown pelican, flying, firstly, and then, while on the boat, I saw one resting. While leaving, I actually stumbled upon a barracuda, or at least its head. Yeah, I have no clue on what happened to it. When we arrived back on Cancun, I did spot a weird thing sticking out on a pole, and when I looked better, it was none other than an osprey. So yeah, on the photographic side, this was my favorite day of all, or at least it was. I am sad to say this was the last day of the trip, but maybe the best all around. Our main destination was the archeological site of Tulum, a huge set of ruins situated along the cliffside of the coast. This archaeological site was ruled by black spiny-tailed iguanas. They were everywhere. If you looked at a ruin, an iguana was on top of it, no matter what. Some iguanas reached massive sizes too, like this one on the beach, and the bigger they were, the more confident they were towards humans. Before actually getting to the ruins though, we had two unexpected encounters with two mammal species. First, we managed to spot a Central American agouti on the forest floor, but he ran before I got an actual photo of it. And then, a Yucatan squirrel watching us pass by. After the guided tour of the site, we walked under the scorching sun towards the beach, and on the road, I spotted leafcutter ants, orioles, social flycatchers, and tons of butterflies. At one point, I had to change my clothes, so I just changed in the middle of the forest. But then I heard some noises. Knowing cougars and jaguars were present in Tulum, I was kinda scared. But then I looked around for the source of the noise, and it was just a plains chachalaca staring me down. The beach in Tulum was amazing, also for the fact that everywhere I looked, there was something, especially in the sky. Again, some of the best photos I took were took here, primarily of the frigate birds, but also some of the pelicans and of the osprey. Just look at those talons made for taking fish right out of the water. While leaving, we walked back all the way to the bus, but at some point I looked back to see one of my friends frozen in place, looking at something in front of her feet. What happened was, we just saw the most dangerous animal in the entire trip, and she almost stepped on it. It was a variable coral snake. But nothing bad happened. It was crossing the road and it continued to do so in the jungle. The morning after, I was woken up by some chachalacas outside my windows, and after packing my things, saying goodbye to the amazing people who hosted me and everyone I met during these days, we were on our way back home. Making this video, rewatching all the photos, videos, has brought back so many good memories, and I still don't even believe that I went on a trip like that and actually photographed those species I probably wouldn't have never got to see anywhere near Italy. So what's next? Yeah, probably more educational videos, probably more CHM. Yeah, well, stay tuned to find out, I guess. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.